The sounds, the tranquil sounds of autumn. No, look, honestly, the light streaming in here is incredible because my neighbours are pollarding their tree, which they do each autumn. Obviously, it grows so massive and we love it in summer because it shades us and it makes us feel cool, and it's lovely to look out on the green. My view has changed dramatically while they've been doing this, but the light pouring in through the door is massive. And in autumn, because our rooms aren't particularly light, this is a really lovely thing when this happens because we get all that lovely, lovely, lovely autumn sunshine come in and the winter sunshine. So yeah, as the sun dips down, it really helps. So I can put up with a little bit of noise on a Saturday morning when it means that good jobs are getting done. In the meantime, we're having a big cleaning day ourselves. I've just finished vacuuming the whole house. David's up in the bathroom. He has done a whole pile of ironing for me this morning, the cherub. So I'm folding and hanging things that need to be hung in the wardrobe. And I've done a couple more loads of washing from downstairs. There's bits and pieces everywhere because I'm just cleaning up and getting things put away. Oh, I can stop yelling at you now. And then I wanted to pop a couple more things up on my little wall here. I can't remember. No, I probably haven't showed you. So if you've watched our Sienna video that's coming out on Sunday, this Sunday when I'm speaking, so this won't be in it. But they are one of the beautiful Contradas tiles, hand-painted tiles. Let me move away from this door where all the noise is. Oh, silence again. And that is the other one. Oh, let me get the light on it. There we go. It's Drago, which I love. Two different artists did these. That one's the Drago. So that's one Contrada of Siena. And this one I think is called the Brocco, if I remember properly, which is the caterpillar. So two different styles, very different styles, and totally different artists in different ceramic shops, but I love them both. So I'm just going to speckle those in amongst our other bits and pieces here on the wall. And yes, just getting little jobs done. We've got a lovely new door knocker that we bought. Ooh, where did we buy that door knocker? I'm going to have to ask David. You know, I've gone a blank. Anyway, it's a really pretty fleur-de-lis, and that's going to go on the new door downstairs of the cantina, the double doors of the bedroom on the outside. I'll show you that later. We just have to find our hammer and screws and all those kind of things. So we're just doing little bits and bobs today. It's a beautiful day. We're staying in though, so we just thought we'll make it a big cleaning day because my new neighbours that are going to move in next door, Mike and Trisha, that I helped to purchase the home, they are coming very soon, and they've started buying things for their house, and they asked if I could stay home to receive a couple of packages. So that's why I'm staying around the house, although so far no packages. Let's hope and keep our fingers crossed for them. There we go. I just managed to pop them back up now on the wall. So we have Drago and we have Brocco just there, and the wall is actually starting to fill little by little with different things. I haven't really been searching for anything this year very much because, as you know, we were so caught up with getting downstairs finished that upstairs, well, apart from the fan and light, which made a big difference, and we have changed furniture around a little bit, but we haven't really been looking for things for this room very much because we just had too much to do for downstairs. But next year we'll be concentrating on the interiors of the house again and what we do with each room. I think I've mentioned that I'm really in two minds about, do we bring a kitchen up here? We spoke to our plumber last night and it's a big deal putting water up here and gas. And I'm not sure that I want to cook without gas. I don't know long time whether I really want to have induction tops and things, so I'm not really into them. I'll have to have a really big think about. Dirty towels on the floor, must take those down.
Mi hanno detto che a respirare si impara presto e così naturale. Mi hanno detto che puoi respirare ogni secondo, non ci devi pensare. Oggi invece posso dire
Little wild cyclamens are starting to pop out. David's just looking at their drop off. There's more of them there. They pop out in autumn. And of course the pretty brightly coloured ones are all for sale at the moment in all of the nurseries because everyone loves putting them out in autumn. Oh, the pretty colours are starting.
dove l'aria cieca si insinua, si respira, dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria cieca si insinua dentro te. L'ho scoperto dove veramente l'aria comincia se sparisce la gente. L'aria comincia dove il sole si arrende e col suo alone colora l'orizzonte. Si respira dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria c'è. Si respira dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria c'è.
I just love walking through the tunnels of the trees. Don't you, darling? It's so pretty, especially at this time of the year. Oh, and I love the change of all the leaves. Look at these colours. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Note affollate, confuse, stropicciate, le note che scelgo, che canto e che non mi fanno affogare. Dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria c'è.
Oh, I've just seen this beautiful orto that I haven't noticed before. They've got terraces and terraces of lovely vegetables growing, and look at the vista. Maybe usually this hedge is higher, so I can't normally see over it. We walk up to Rivalto, and then we turn around and come back again. It's a good walk. David just said that's a fancy newfandangled table, chair, whatever you want to call it, like a love seat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you could sit at it like that and eat opposite each other, or you can sit here and lie back looking at each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, you model that. Hang on, I'll model the other part. There you go, see? A love seat, my darling. Hello. You can even lean over.
Oh.
Perfect positioning. And it's not even called a kissing spot here. We never miss a kissing spot, but we just decided that. Well,
Create one.
It's a love seat.
Create one
It's
wherever
made
you go.
Exactly. Got a whole branch to take home with me. David closing up the door. Look at this beautiful blue sky. Buona domenica. We're going to go out. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and we just realised sitting in bed that it was the second Sunday of the month, which means Vicovesano markets, and we haven't been, I don't think we've been this trip or this time in Italy.
Ooh.
I don't actually think we have, and normally we go on a regular basis, and I said to David, oh gosh, we have to go at least once. I don't think we've been because everything else was too important, so many things for downstairs and nothing to do with getting things at markets as such, so I honestly don't remember. Anyway, it's such a perfect Sunday, it's a beautiful day, and it's the last opportunity we get to go before we leave, so we're off in the car now and let's hit the markets and we'll take you with us.
What's happening, dear?
What's happening, darling? Well, what's happened is that we've driven to... Oh, we're knocking sunglasses. We've driven to Vicovesano, and there's no market, would you believe? If it's the right day,
It is the
we went to the
second Sunday
cafe.
of the month.
We went to the little cafe we normally go to and asked the lady, and she said, but today is election day here. And I went, oh, you're joking. So when they have local elections here, there's still people around, but not like there should be. And I said today, there's something odd going on here.
Yeah.
I'll just turn around and
drive
show
down
you.
the road where the market stalls
This
are.
is the marketplace normally, and all the streets that are around it. And as you can see, there's nothing going on. Oh, well, yes, there are people going to places where evidently you go and vote. Maybe for the mayor, I suppose it's local elections because we don't have one in Chiani. So, anyways, we have been told that there's a little tiny marketplace. Just trying to get back in the light. A little tiny marketplace in a little town 3 kilometres from here that we've never heard of and never been to. She said, the lady said to me, look, it's tiny in comparison to here, but it'll give you something to look at. And I said, oh, well, let's just go and do that then, seeing we've driven all this way. So we're off to Lunano, it's called, and it's about 3 kilometres from here. So we'll hopefully find something there, fingers crossed.
Yay.
Always a pretty place to come to, but not a lot to do once you've already been here several times like us. We've seen everything there is to see, so when the market's not on, it's kind of a little less interesting to us now. So we're now in Lunano, which is tiny, but there's a cute little market. It actually goes further down, it's not that tiny. So let's have a look and see. It looks like lots of fun. We'll see what kind of things they've got here. Heavy? Might be stainless steel stuff.
It is.
There is? I like that.
Quelle belle sono andate, avevo delle cose splendide. No, della
E poi rimane il portapelle
These are really pretty.
che non so quanto ne abbia fatto.
Beautiful china.
Se quanto
È lì, sì, non
quindi 2 giochi.
Little milk jugs. 21, I think. Oh no, 20 pence. And that's
Questo si può regalare
25 for the big cafetiere, old-fashioned style. This lady's got lots of lovely things. Evidently, I overheard a lady in the shop saying that a lot of the dealers that would go to Vicovesano has actually turned up here, so it's much bigger than what it normally is. So how great is that for us? Really cool stuff. Find anything, darling? Find anything? No? No? Oh, there's more vintage stuff there. There's a lot of vintage handbags, lots of vintage. I just saw the most beautiful boots, but I didn't want to film them. They were red leather. They were too high for me, and they were absolutely stunning vintage designer boots. Absolutely stunning. Look what I just found. It's a really Questo signore l'ha già fatto questo lavoro. This man has been doing this all his life.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Don Andres.
Don Andres. Piacere. This is a Fiorentine, a really old jewelry box in old leather. That's really, really sweet. That I'm getting for our dressing table. Isn't it gorgeous? And he's got really beautiful things. David really liked the one with the inlay. And there's lots of lovely things. I'll show you around the other side as well. Let me show you all the things he's got. We've got lovely Florentine trays, which we have a lot of. And different things. Scusami. Anche quello è carino, vero? It's really pretty. Lovely mirror. Really sweet. But I'm getting that one. Grazie mille. I've just found Barbie doll village, €5 each. There's hundreds of them. That's crazy. I've never seen such a huge collection. Oh, there's other ones as well, that newer stuff. Gracious me. Oh, I'm happy with our jewelry box, darling.
Yeah.
That's really pretty. I love things that are old and worn like that and have a story to them. I really like them. So if you can see the whole way down that street, I was told it was a tiny market, but it goes ages, which is great. It's going to take us a while to walk around. So Lunano's just a little tiny place, but we can't believe we've actually come home with a bit of a haul after being disappointed at Vico Pisano with nothing. And I'll show it to you when we get home, but I've got a lovely linen tablecloth and some sunglasses and a jewelry box. Is that it so far, darling? Maybe those three things. But I'm going back to look at something now that I saw before. Just a second look. So let's go and see. I don't know if you can hear me above all the noise, but we stopped on the way home, and a little place we often stop at for pizza is chock-a-block full, as we say in Australia. David, we have decided to have a nice Sunday lunch. David's got pot curry with porcini, mushrooms and salsicce. So sausage, like pork sausage, and I've got spaghetti allo scoglio, which is a seafood pasta, and it's delicious. So the restaurant we've just been to is called Le Due Laghi, and it's because if you can see one lake and two lakes, just the beginning of the second one over on the left, and you can come here fishing. All those little huts around there are like little fishing huts, and last time David and I came for dinner months ago here, there were a couple of young men out there fishing. It's full of carp and different things evidently, and obviously you throw them back. But they came out with a couple of huge fish, and it's a really pretty spot. The food is great. Today it was just like no menu. You don't get handed a menu. They just come and say, today on Sunday we're doing blah, 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 blah. And we had a beautiful lunch. We just had a simple, one plate each, but it was perfect and full of people. When it's full of local Italians, you know it's a good place. Very well priced. Do great pizza here as well. I Due Laghi, and it's near, it's just before La Capanina, on the road towards Pontedera. When we leave from Chiani going north towards Pontedera, La Capanina is a shopping area, and this is just before that, just along the main road. So a really worthwhile stop, even if you're just traveling and you feel like stopping somewhere for lunch or dinner most days of the week. Hello everyone, we're back home after our non-adventure what we thought this morning was going to be an absolute disaster with Vico Pisano markets being closed. Actually turned out to be, as you saw, I'm sure, a really cool day out for us. So I'm going to now show you what our haul was. So let me put down the phone here. It should be okay. So first of all, I got some really groovy sunglasses. They've got tortoiseshell on the side, and they're a vintage glass by Colours of Benetton. And they look really cool on me. I'll show you after. I like them anyway. David really liked them. I couldn't see myself in them at the marketplace, but he said, no, you have to get them. And they were 10 euros. So they're really cool. Then we got this beautiful, quite old Florentine. Let me move it back. It's leather and it has embossing on it, designs on it, but it's a very old Florentine jewelry box, if you like, or keepsake box. It would have had a key at some stage, as you can see. It's just very simple, but he said it came out of a Florentine home, and I just love the way that it's quite used, quite old, but the lovely colours and the design on top. Leather all the way around. So that will go on our dressing table. And then I'm going to pick up the phone to show you the last buy. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that was 25, but we got it for 20. And you'll see the gentleman in the film was really, really sweet with us and gave us a lot of great information. Let me just pop that out of the way here on the couch. And the last buy is actually the tablecloth that needs a good iron. But I really wanted something a little bit old, but very simple to put on our table here for dinners. And this is pure linen, and it's all hand done, just like my auntie used to do this kind of work. One of my father's sisters, she was very, very good. So it's all hand embroidered and just very simple. But what I loved was the color of the embroidery was just a really lovely taupe color on just the sort of cream color linen, and it's just the perfect size for this table, and with an iron it'll look a little bit better, but I think it looks really, really sweet, and it was exactly what I wanted for the table. Looks pretty with a candelabra on it. So I think that's how I'll set the table tomorrow night, because I'm having a couple of friends for dinner. And yes, we're very happy with that. And that was the grand sum of 10 euro. Once again, pretty hard to buy a linen tablecloth for 10 euro these days, especially if it has handwork on it. So I'm very happy with that as well. What do you think? Do you like my buys? There you have it. There are my new sunnies. What do you think? Buongiorno. I'm going to be using these beautiful, wonderful, look at these. They are what I've always called my whole life girolles, because I only learnt about them when I was living in France. Oops, my coffee. And in Italian, I actually didn't know what they were called. The most technical name is like the French, which is girolles or chanterelles. And cantarello resembles it the most to me, but they're also saying that it's called most commonly finferli. I've never heard of that, or gallinaccio, which I've not heard of that either, but they are a very highly, highly prized mushroom in Italian cuisine and in French cuisine. And I was going to do porcini mushroom risotto, but I couldn't find, they're everywhere at the moment, the porcini. But when I saw these are such a delicate, beautiful flavor, and they're rarer to find actually than the porcini. And I just thought, oh, let's do something really, really special. So I'm doing a beautiful risotto, white wine risotto with these for tonight, which I'll show you as I do it. And also we've got some lovely chestnuts that we picked up, and David, as I showed you, David wanted to eat some of the lovely figa d'India, which we're doing as a dessert, and some lovely fine fillet of pork in the oven with roast potatoes. Just doing a really, really lovely warming autumn dinner tonight for ourselves and some friends. So I'll take you through some of the processes. And while I'm chopping, I just I'm thinking of my lovely friend Sandy Margaret in Australia. This chopping board, which I adore, and it says Home to Roost Farm. She made this and gave this to us, and she also gave us some beautiful tea towels with the same pretty design. And she has a lovely farm market up on the northern coast of New South Wales. I can't remember the name of the place, Sandy, for heaven's sakes. But she does have a lovely Instagram as well, Home to Roost Farm. So you should go in there and have a look. And her eggs from her chickens are psychedelic. They're beautiful. All different colour eggs. It's so pretty. So Sandy, we're making good use of your beautiful board. So the first thing I'm going to do, actually, I'll just pop some over here, is I'm going to cut up the cantarello. Just make sure that we're in, and I'm going to do them long ways like this. And we're going to be cleaning them out as well. Sometimes they just get little bits of leaves and things. You shouldn't actually wash mushrooms. You're meant to just brush them off. So if you find any little bits and pieces, we're just going to be picking those off or taking them out. And I'll give them a little brush after. Put the ones I've done into the bowl. So as you can see, a little bit of the forest has come with us. So just take the forest out of the mushrooms, so to speak, the main parts, and then we can give them a really, really quick, proper clean after. Make sure we've got no bits and pieces. That one's a nice clean one, gosh. It didn't get full of undergrowth. Now these will reduce down a lot once they're fried, so we'll be using them all for sure. A bit of leaf there. I probably will give these a really, really quick rinse, although normally with wild mushrooms you don't. But it's going to be a little bit hard, I think, for me to pick off all the bits and pieces on these ones. They're like flowers, aren't they? Aren't they so pretty? I've always loved the shape of these ones. They really are like a flower. So just so you know, I'm going to be keeping this oil where I fried off the mushrooms and the garlic because I'm going to be toasting my arborio rice in that to start off with, to start my risotto, because it keeps all those flavors, and the oil there and everything is lovely and flavorsome, and that's a great way to start it off, to keep all the flavors together. Oh, this is coming out so well. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Le castagne.
Questi sono marroni.
Marrone,
Sì,
marrone di
sono
ribalto.
quelli privilegiati.
D'accordo, marrone di ribalto. Grazie. Oh, the olives are dropping off. They're totally ready to be picked. The owner said, do you want to come and harvest them all for us? Then you can make your own olive oil. It's almost an offer that I'd like to accept. But I don't think I have the time. It's going so well. So much better. I was helping, but David pushed me out of the way. So, okay, I became the inspector of finished works, as they call it. And I'm here with Fabio. We're both the inspectors of finished works. But it's coming up really well. It will need to be done properly with a high pressure thing and then a proper treatment. But at least this is going to look so much cleaner and lovelier for tomorrow and for the weeks to come. David, I've never seen you on your hands and knees so much. The perfect position as far as I'm concerned. I'm born to do this, darling. Fabio just said that you've just found a new mestiere, a new profession. I'm not sure what it's called. Buongiorno again. I'm in my work clothes. Would you believe David's in his work clothes and he doesn't have one spot of dirt? Well, yes, his jeans got very wet, although they still look clean to me. But who gets to wear a white t-shirt to work, dirty work outside, and comes in looking like they've just got out of the shower? I don't get it. I don't get it. And he was down on his hands and knees, as you saw. Anyway, we've come back inside and the smell in here is incredible. There needs to be smell-o-vision again, but let me show you what we're up to. So while David makes me a latte, even though it's gone lunchtime, but we're just those kind of people, we have very late lunches, I have been cutting back all of the masses of basil that I had. Our basil plant out the front had gone insane this summer, which I'm so happy about, and it's got new growth on it as well, so I'm hoping it survives the winter and sprouts off again next summer or next spring. But there's so much basil that I'm cutting off, and then I'll just give it a quick clean off. And I'm going to make a couple of lovely jars. I think there'll be enough there for, I've done it before and I definitely used a lot less than this for a jar. So I think we've got a couple of large size jars coming, or maybe 4 small jars of pesto out of this. And obviously we'll probably eat some in the next couple of weeks, but also I want to give some to my lovely next door neighbours who are always so kind, and I'm sure they'll enjoy it as well. So they've lent me their little what they call a frullatore, but it's actually like a little, what we call a little hand mixer, because I don't have one. I don't have a lot of things in this kitchen that I need, but I just don't have the place to keep them yet. So until we fix our kitchen plans for hopefully next year, then I'll get all my gadgets. Can't wait to have a few gadgets again, David. Then I can get busy again. You do need a few good gadgets in your kitchen, don't you? I'm missing having a air fryer as well. And what do we need to eat up your lovely figa d'India? And then we're going to do something with these wonderful chestnuts. We bought some, and we also got given a gift yesterday when we were out filming on a beautiful property where the gentleman has a lot of chestnuts. So I'll be busy. I'm going to be boiling some of those up to then roast them afterwards, and which is a method I haven't used before. I've only ever just roasted them directly over the fire. But considering David and I have no firewood whatsoever, that's another chore altogether to try and get the wood just to burn to roast them over the fire. But they're really beautiful roasted in the oven. They are delicious roasted in the oven. I've had them with goose in France, where we roasted them in the oven with a goose at Christmas time. And they are yummy. So what we'll do is we'll do a roast dinner, amore, something good. A lovely roast dinner, and I'll prepare them so that you can just eat them if you want to, just like that, but also then you can throw them in and roast them, and they are wonderful. So that will be delizioso. And yeah, so today's chores, we've cleaned all the stairs outside. Actually, let me walk out and show you that from above. Oh, the balcony's got rubbish on it. Let me have a look, see if I can get through and see if we can see. Oh, they're still drying. So at the moment they're still drying, so they're still looking dark. We'll wait until they're nice and dry, had the day's air on them. And oh, there's the basil plant that I've just lopped straight back. But as you can see, there was already new growth coming out on some of the more mature stalks and other little ones. So I'm just going to leave that in a nice protected spot over winter. All of these plants here all go really well through winter. This seems to be a really lovely little protected courtyard that doesn't get the worst of any weather, which is great. Whereas our back balcony off our lounge room gets more severe heat or severe bad weather. So let's do that. Oh, coffee sounds like it's ready. Perfetto. Okay, let's have a coffee. Well, as you can see, I have a massive bowl. That's a big bowl, a massive bowl of the most beautiful fresh basil leaves that the aroma is just perfect. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to run down to the store to get the pine nuts that I need, because I didn't get those this morning. We were too busy cleaning outside. And I've got olive oil, I've got parmigiano. It's pretty much all I need. A little bit of salt sometimes. So pretty much that's it. Just the pine nuts are missing. So I know I can get those down from our little supermercato. And so I'll go down after lunch and get those. And then we will be whizzing up our pesto. Yum, yum. Thank you all so much for watching this week. David and I are so happy to have you all here. And a special thanks to our beautiful Buy Me a Coffee patrons. This week there's Rose, and then Patricia and Michael, Johnny, and also the lovely Peter and Alan. Thank you so much for your patronage. And if you're enjoying our content, please remember to subscribe. And perhaps if you're on your phone, could you hit that hype button? It really helps to get our lovely videos out to so many more viewers, and that would help us immensely. Thank you so much for being here once again, and we look forward to seeing you next week in Tales from Tuscany. Ciao for now. Arrivederci.